Welcome back, everybody. If you think Japanese interests in the United States are limited to electronics, automobiles, and real estate, I've got some more food for thought for you. Did you know that the Japanese farm more of our land than they do their own? It's true, and now they've moved into what was once considered sacred American stomping grounds. I sent correspondent Richard Weiss out to Montana to investigate this latest beef.
Everything a man could want. Good water and grass. Plenty of it.
Who does it belong to?
To me. Someday that'll all be covered with good beef.
This would have been the perfect backdrop for a John Wayne movie. Or would it? As you're about to see, there's some new faces in the Old West that are perhaps reshaping the image of the cowboy.
They really aren't cowboys. Everybody would love to come and put a hat on them and stick them on a horse and call them a cowboy. They are meat people.
Ari and Sam, as the American cowboys call them, came from Japan to spend 2 years in Big Sky Country.
I like here.
Here is where they're learning all about cows.
They're stupid. But their behavior depends on their instinct.
They're also learning how to ranch.
Everything about ranching or business on America.
Is it hard work being a cowboy?
Yeah, very. So I thought American people so lazy, but no, very hard work.
The Japanese may not know much about ranching, but they do know how to invest money. The Japanese company Zinchaku bought this Lazy 8 ranch for nearly $13 million, and they hired an American to run it.
It's very simple. The cattle have the right-of-way. The cattle pay the bills. And so we try to do what's best for the livestock on this property.
And what's best for the livestock happens to please the palates of the Japanese. The beef they're producing here is USDA prime, or even better, which they love back in Japan.
The Japanese want a highly refined product that is well marbled. It's produced naturally. It's produced slowly.
But why come all the way to America for their steaks and chops?
To set the record straight, we have more cattle than we have people.
And even with the tariff on American beef, it's a bargain compared to the beef they produce back in Japan. Nearly half of the beef that Japan imports comes from America.
American beef.
And by the year 2000, Japanese consumers are expected to eat twice as much US-bred beef. The irony is that the Japanese like a different type of beef than we do.
Lots fat, and especially fat quality. So fats make taste.
If you're wondering just how fat these cows get, they're raised to over 3/4 of a ton, or about 1,600 pounds, which is considerably heavier than those cattle raised for American consumption. To give you an idea, the beef they're producing is a notch below Japan's Kobe steak. You know, the one that sells here for $100 a plate.
We're not trying to make a Japanese exactly match up and make a Japanese type of beef. We're trying to just meet that super high quality, but using American beef.
So how are these Japanese cowboys being greeted here on the range?
Most people get a bigger chuckle out of seeing the people from New York that want to come out and be cowboys than they do a Japanese, because you stand out a lot more.
Real horses. Does look good.
Good? It's great. Cowboys, it's what you always wanted to be.
So you don't have to be an American city slicker to want to be a cowboy. Some people will travel halfway across the world.
I got my dream.
And the skies are not cloudy or rain.
Well, despite what you might think about that, I must tell you it makes good horse sense because the United States now sells Japan almost half its beef. So we can laugh all the way to the bank.